Welcome one and all to Operation Cursed Sleep.
HQ, this is Big Sky. We are in position and awaiting further orders.
Roger that, Big Sky. Strike 1, you are green to deploy. Approach with extreme caution. Current enemy status at the site is unknown.
Enemy status at the site is unknown, but we know that this could be a trap, as I said last time. I mean, I finished recording the last episode like less than a minute ago. And we're jumping straight into this because I am hot, I am ready. Well, I'm mostly not hot. That was a bit of a slip of the tongue, but you know, really kinda. Have you seen pictures of me? You know, right, let's leave that. Cursed Sleep. Landed scout in very North Germany. We've taken a talented team, nobody yet at Master Sergeant apart from the leader, who is not Rat Manege. It is Lieutenant Bonsai Tribute, looking to become Captain Bonsai Tribute, of course. This could be a trap, and then we've seen one trapped UFO before. It was a long time ago, back when, you know, it was the very first time we ran into mutons, in fact. So a long time ago. What would a trap mean now? A trap would mean like Master Sectoid Commanders, Outsiders, Berserkers, a load of mechs, and we haven't brought a Rocketeer. Just in keeping with that theme. Oh, what have I done actually? I've given Solar 6 smoke grenades for a start. We're very heavy on the dense smoke for this mission. We've got a few battle scanners. We've got like 7. Yep, it's all good. It's going to be fine because the listener is going to lead us out. As you can see, we're kind of at this edge. So in fact, the listener isn't going to lead us out. Ardis is going to lead us out to here.
Aye, aye, Commander.
Thank God there wasn't an activation right then. We're going to try and clear as much of our left as possible using Ardis's battle scanners first of all, because our engineers can throw very far.
Sweeping.
These guys don't even have bombard yet. What is that? Now that's quite a hefty pod. I thought these rocks were like bent over mutons for a second and I was really bricking it. I thought it was like 6 mutons there. Right, we can... What I realised is that I thought I brought Katie because I was toying around with like bringing 3 mechs just outright because we have all 3 mech 2 suits now in action. But I didn't do that and now we don't actually have anyone who can shred. We didn't bring a Rocketeer, I deliberately didn't bring a Rocketeer. So we're going to just start moving. Although not quite yet, that was a stupid move. Because what I'm going to do next is move Solas up to corner cover and try and clear some of our other sight lines. Like say here, could get a thing right into the UFO. Might as well do that. It's a small, we'll be able to see exactly where the outsider is. And we'll know how close we can afford to get to the craft. And the answer is quite close, it's right at the back there. So we can just beeline into an engagement here. Now, Rat Manege is a crit infantry, so needs some good cover. To start with. Oh, Lurch, you've got no health. You surely have low profile though, and that's why I never use you. Low profile, brilliant, I'll use you.
10-4.
Good solid corner cover then for Dark Alerts. I think that was a little, yep, shots on everyone. And disabling shot might actually come in very useful. And the Gauss long rifle, see I know what I'm doing. Alerts is right back at the best time. So Rat Manege can now take that cover. Azagul can come up. Tribute doesn't need as good cover, despite being infantry, because Tribute is an overwatcher. And it'd be nice to get 3 shots per turn, but even if Tribute isn't in cover, he can move to cover, overwatch, get 2 shots per turn. And they're quite likely to hit now that Tribute is right up there. And especially with the Gauss, Gauss heavy rifle, he's not that likely to get into good cover in the first place. He's got to luck it around. It's quite fat as well. So that's more mechs in the fog. That's more mutons in the fog. That's Finmen in the fog. I'll be honest, beginning to wish I'd shot this one down. Right, we activate these. The Mechtoid obviously goes straight into Overwatch. What? Oh, right, the X. Hold on. What are your chances to crit? 30%. No, even for me, that's stupid. I'm just considering, can we take the outsider out in a single shot? And the answer is maybe. But why would you even try, you complete imbecile? Right, we need to move Lurch so he gets a good shot on the Mechtoid, because the Mechtoid isn't going to move. So Lurch needs to come up to where Ratmanege is. Ratmanege, there's no good cover. Unless, say, Ardus moves down to here. Hopefully still not activating.
I've got a visual.
No, by 1 square. That's poor. Ardus in a quite bad position there as well. God, that was stupid. Look, still can't see the Mechtoid. Not great. What have we got? What's our move? Our move is to charge the listener right up to it. So we can't actually see the Mechtoid to see its perks yet. Ardus, you could do with not dying, really. Solars would never forgive me if he died. We cannot quite destroy that cover. We can get a flank on though. Is there a good place for Tribute to go? Not really. Still very, very slow. But if they come in, Overwatch, brilliant. This shouldn't set off the Mechtoid's Overwatch, and we should get a flank. Well, it might set off the Mechtoid's Overwatch, let's be honest. There we go, perfecto. Hopefully we can one-shot this. Ardus is far less at risk now. What can Ardus still see, actually?
Enemy target eliminated.
No, Darthlight still sprint out into open cover. The Mechtoid can't see Ardus, which is good. I mean, Lats can one-shot that guy. Could hold waiting for the next guy. Oh, take it. I reckon take the pot shot on that guy, it could kill. I think we want to run the Overwatch here. Well, not necessarily run the Overwatch, but we want the listener to be the furthest forward, because otherwise it's going to be Ardus getting shot at in half cover. So if the listener has to take that on the chin, then that's my bad. Look at how perfect that Azaghal move was, though. It might even help destroy that cover, which isn't bad. It might have just really, like, dug its own grave there. Hold on. Nah, we're not that lucky. We can still do a load of damage with it with the listener. If he gets this on target, and he really should. It's not that big a Mechtoid anyway. Heat ammo. And a miss at 91%. I'm quite liking the detail in the back of the Mech 2s as well, though. Revolution Rebel is a tank.
Moving to position.
In fact, Solars isn't going to be doing much. I keep forgetting this. Boom. Bada bing. All our guys at risk in dense smoke. Problem solved. Should have put the dense smoke up before moving up the listener, but I always forget about smoke. Because remember what I said, it's like every time I actually play this for myself, I'm pretty much always just reloading when something goes wrong. Oh, hello, we can get a shot off there, might as well take it. That's a free shot, that's a free kill. Not bad. Let's take your shot. You'll still have plenty of bullets left because you've got lock and load, because you have spare mags, and that's good damage. And that's like, yeah, 1%.
Got it covered.
Solars could come up and help save Tribute, but, you know, do we actually care? The answer is no. Tribute isn't really inspiring his troops yet. So Solars comes up here, ready to move up there next turn. Ardus can still actually do something. Like 34% to finish off that guy. I wouldn't mind a capture, but I'd rather less damage on our guys. Could go for a capture. You never know. You never know your luck. And I mean, there's a lot of stuff still out there. We've got to deal with these guys as quickly as possible. Because if something else paths into us, we'll have trouble. Because we don't have that much heat ammo on us. More Overwatch. Presumably it's in range to be disabled though. Which means we are A-OK in dealing with the Mechtoid. We'll just go up and punch it in the face. Not in the knees, not in the gun. Not on that suspiciously long dangly bit between its legs. We're going to punch it in the face. It's going to be amazing. Lurtz, how can you not see it? Right, Lurtz. Unless we do a weird thing with Ardus where we blow out... Yeah, let's do that, actually. Right. This guy needs to die, though. And nobody has sight on it. Nah, we might have to... But we can't move Ardus unless this guy dies. Which means that we're the only person who can kill that guy anyway is Lurtz. And Lurtz can't even see him in the first place. But then if we kill this guy... Right, what we're going to do is try and kill this guy. Good start. That's one less Overwatch to run. The listener can't get quite close up for a punch yet. But just run and tank them. Oh, hello! What a bait! What a ridiculous bit of bait that is. Oh god! Oh dear! Oh dear! And our flamethrow's all the way back here now. Our flamethrow's fine. Oh dear! I really don't know what to do. Right, Chem. Get Chem up. Chem up. Poor Revolutionary Rebel. Christ, there's floaters on Overwatch. I knew that, but there's literally nothing we can do. We need the Chem. We need the Chem like nothing we've ever chemmed before. That's a good shot. Not by the floater, which in fact is still a good shot. Oh, there's quite a lot of stuff here. Berserkers need to die this turn. Mechtoid could really do with dying this turn. How much ammo does the listener have? The answer is going to have to be enough.
Moving to position.
Azagul up. Probably should have run the Overwatch instead of Revolutionary Rebel. Flame both of these guys. Now, mechs aren't affected by flames, which means that both the Mechtoid and, thankfully, the listener are going to be unaffected. These guys are going to get roasted, though. And hopefully they'll start running right into the CCS. Take some acid damage. And bada boom, bada bing. 3-8 damage. That's fine. Where's Tribute while all this is going on? He's going to move up and kill them all on Overwatch. Where's Ratmanash when this is going on? Right, Revolutionary Rebel already moved, can't do anything. How do we trigger the rest of the Overwatch then? By R just moving and grenading. That's how. Probably can't reliably get a grenade off from there. This is terrible cover, but we have to take it. Oh, this is going to have to be one hell of a dodgy grenade, isn't it? Or we could just trust that the listener can take it and then tank all the fire afterwards. Or do we just not use the listener this turn? Or do we move the listener back? Yeah, let's move the listener back to here. Alright? And get more CCS. I'm liking it. These guys are both dead, the Mechtoid isn't. But the Mechtoid is under the effects of acid. That might help. It'll take some damage.
Incoming.
Means we can't get capture on the Berserkers, but you know, I don't think that was ever happening. That's dead.
Dead and gone.
Rat Manege could do with finally shaking the hoodoo and killing a berserker.
Heading there now.
Right, Solus can see it from there. Yep, Rat Manege will be able to see it from there. Wow!
Target still up.
Wow! The problem is if we smoke the Muton Berserker. Solas! So you can trust Solas. Hold on, we're not finished yet. Just shoot at this guy. Now, the Mechtoid can get 2 light 'em up powered shots. Oh, the floater's gone flying. If he's going to there, then that is stupid. He's dead. Even Ratmanesh could kill him. Suppression hopefully incoming because we're flanked. Now it's Azago who's in the lead because we had to move the listener back and that's not good. But they are shooting at the listener anyway. 3 DR, not bad. Two shots incoming. Yes! I will take that.
Here. Están llegando disparos.
That's probably because of the acid that's happened.
Heavy fire near my location.
Right, we've gotten extraordinarily lucky. And you know what it's time for. We punch it, not in the knees, not on the foot, not on the weapons, not in the dangly bit, between the legs. Punch this guy right in the face with heat out. It might take him out in a 1. Oh yes! In the face! Get out of here. Get out of town, Mechtoid Brown. Your time is up. The listener's time is now. We need to kill this guy. Ratmanesh. I said Ratmanesh. Well done, you did it. Darth Lurch, you're here. Kill the floater with the most health.
See in hell. Weapons empty. Can't engage.
Azago, really scare this Muton.
On my way.
Because I wouldn't mind a capture of this little encounter. Okay, wait, what? Can you not see that floater? Is that big huge tree in the way? Can you not see over it? Are you not tall enough? We can get you a box, mate. It'd have to be... seriously, that tree is blocking vision on that floater for Azago. XCOM 2, no line of sight bugs, please. But I will take a massive white brush to the face for that Muton.
I'm on the move.
And you know, it's tribute, he can mop up anything that comes up over here, for sure. What are your odds here? 39, you know what, you haven't fired a weapon since, I don't know, for a long time.
Negative damage.
Fire a weapon, Sola's up. We're ready to get flanked from this right hand side now. Should have, actually, Ardis is still there. Actually, no, there's no good, actually, yeah.
Heading there now.
Into full cover. But what you're cleverly going to do is like, that's a reasonable battle scanner. Check there's nothing coming right up behind us. And if there is, I am a genius. If not, I'm just being cautious. We can't tell because there's already combat music going on. We have to have a look. Oh, we don't get to look.
Contacts regrouping.
Well, look at this genius. Look at me. We can't look at you, Mick. You're playing a computer game. We can watch you play a computer game. And in fact, we've done that for 76 episodes. You don't need to tell us to do that. If we're doing it by now, we're not going to stop by now. In fact, you being completely patronising about it will get us to stop, if anything. Right, we need to reorient our way around to deal with a mechtoid threat. There's still Finmen out there. Wouldn't mind the listener getting another kill. But then, same with Azagul, and Azagul's got more ammo. And it's less necessary to deal with a mech. Because that's the way you deal with mechs, you punch them in the face with Goliaths. And that is why we take heat ammo. It's literally just to punch mechs in the face with Goliaths. Worse.
On the move.
You're impressing me so far. Impress me some more. The listener needs to come up. I don't think we can activate on that drone because it's still somewhat behind the wall. So let's just keep moving on up to the hill. Moving on. Oh, fuck. Jesus. What even is this game? Right, let's not reorient. Right, Tribute is in a very good place. I really was expecting the outside to come up there. Right, Chem is going to be useless here.
Headed there now.
Against Finmen.
I'm rolling.
I've got dumb as hell plan. It's not dumb, it's actually quite clever. I say clever, it's using an item that you're supposed to use. Right, we're not going to move Rat Manage up that cover. I'd love to start covering that for that, but they're not active yet. And Rat Manage being up here is just going to activate them more than anything. So Rat Manage over there, over to here to reload.
Ready to rock.
Right, we don't need to use the dead smoke, I feel. What we need to use is the combat drugs. And Tribute will crit them all on Overwatch, and it's going to be amazing. They're just going to shoot at Azagul, but Tribute's going to crit them on covering fire. If Tribute gets like even one crit, I'm a genius. There we go, even Solus is getting 30% crit. Good start. And you know what? Probably should have blown... Nah, I'm not going to blow up the cover anyway. I really want to move up Ardus, ready for a capture. But not worth it right now. 44%. See if you can finish him off. Worth a shot. They are moving back, and that's brilliant. We were getting flanked from the back, though. I'm still a genius. Tribute, take down this man. It's a shame, Tribute. That would have made a really good thumbnail. Now Azagul's going to get shot. 3 damage is all your fault. Captain, leader, legend. Lieutenant, leader.
This suit has its advantages.
Azagul could die here. It'd be all Tribute's fault. Oh, there's another Finn man. They are really going to town on Azagul, aren't they? This isn't good. Tribute's worth nothing. I'm surprised they all really thumped them. Right, you can get this guy, surely. Sentinel, covering fire, Overwatch, thumbnail. Didn't even get a crit. Useless. The Azagul hasn't actually taken health damage yet, and in retaliation, he's not going to fall back. You don't fall back when an opportunity like this presents itself to you. Can't quite reach those. It looks like it should be able to reach those. Maybe it's because they're behind cover, and we can sort that out for you. Surely, yeah.
I'm on the move.
You're having problems with cover? We don't actually want to kill them. I just want to kill them with the flamethrower. So I'm trying not to kill them with this grenade. It might happen anyway. Because Ardus is a ravenous beast of grenadiering. I don't know if... Yeah, it clearly was. And you know... And Azagul's just like... You should have finished the job while you had a chance. It's what Azagul might say. There's one still alive. Well, mate, what now for you? What you gonna do when Azago and his Flammenwaffe runs wild on you? We actually move up quite far on this side, we'll activate the outsider, and all the pods on the map will come towards us. That'd be terrible, wouldn't it? What a terrible idea that would be, to have all the pods on the map come towards us. We should do everything we possibly can to make sure we do not activate the outsider before we want to. Shit. Oh, useless. I really only did that to be funny. Like, now we do have the free reign to kind of move up here a bit, but I never really wanted to take it. I was just making a joke and it's gone wrong. Tribute for watching when it comes into range.
Moving out.
Right, we could... I would quite like a capture on this guy, but it's not going to happen. Some chem on the outsider wouldn't go amiss, but I doubt we can get up that far. It's only the Listener and Revolutionary Rebel left, so you know what? You're not going to move up on us. Where is this guy? I can't actually tell. I think he's in cover along that line, so if we move to like there, he's not going to freak out. We could activate these guys, so like try and come across here. If you activate those guys, then well, it's not that much of a problem, to be honest. There we go, they should be frightened a bit.
Already there.
And into full cover there. Don't turn around. Oh, they turned around. Right into us. Not quite. Jimmy, it doesn't count now. We didn't actually want to kill that guy. Oh, they're still going full ham on Azago. Maybe we should do something about that. Right, Azago, fall back. You've roasted everything, your job is done. We don't need you for the rest of the mission. You've done good work. You actually have done very good work today. We could save the chem for another sectoid captive. I'm not very good at getting captures. You might have noticed this by now. I mean, obviously this guy is dead. It's just whether we want to do it without activating everyone in here. It's like I'd quite like to do that, but not sure how. I mean, obviously we can move up to here with Azago. We'll start. Azago, Ardus. They all begin with A. Like a grenade, but that would take down everything. And we could see if moving to here actually activates them. They might be like far enough away. That's as close to the acid as we can skirt. Let's go an extra tile just to be sure. Not bad. Here it comes, we're going to miss. It's going to hit this panel, it's going to activate them. Not the Listener. The Listener makes good thumbnails. Not like Tribute. See, now I know that Tribute watches it, so I'll just slate him whenever it happens, whenever he just mucks up. So we can start to prepare to take on this last... I presume it's the last pod. It'd be quite annoying if it wasn't the last pod. Lotus in position. Solars. Soliolars. I just shuffle around a bit, really. That's what we're looking for, a bit of a shuffle. You know what, let's really prepare for a capture here. Where are they? Let's get right up. Ratmanage needs to be right up there. Good positioning. I'm liking this.
Good to go.
Control right into us, please. Yeah. Mate, you've not thought this one through. You Overwatch the drone that we don't actually need you to get. Right, now unfortunately, we're going to need to grenade this entire wall. No, we don't. No, we really don't. Right.
Heading there now.
Unfortunately, Azagul is not going to be in a good position to get a capture. Because, well, Azagul could just now grenade this wall and we could use the listener to actually shoot the Nectoid, which would be really helpful. Or, we could do the really cool thing and just punch through the wall. Hey, buddy! That's the wrong wall to punch through, actually. We should have punched through that one. Oh no, Azagul. Now Argus is in trouble. I'm not very good at XCOM, what can I say? 1% to hit. Oh! Yeah! You never know. You never know. That's what I always say. You miss 100% of the shots you don't take. You gotta take those 1% shots. Otherwise, woof. You don't know what you're missing. It was 1%, right? I wasn't just making that up, and I just didn't make a fool of myself for no reason. I'm gonna title this episode The 1%, and then Cheeky's gonna get so confused.
Clouds away.
I mean, because nothing else notable is going to happen. We're not going to get... If we get a capture, it's going to be a bloody sectoid. Hunker down, why don't you, babe? Overwatch, why don't you, babe? Ooh. Gotta get a move on. We don't actually have that much hard drive space. Now, either he's going to take 2 shots at... Oh, no, I forgot those sectoids there. 2 shots at the listener, or he's going to come forward. This Overwatch is going to be useless. 2 damage in total. Don't worry, Tribute knows what he's doing. I really thought that was going to miss. But yeah, got rid of the shield. That's actually really good. Now he gets to shoot at people out. Oh, Christ. Tribute's actually done really well for Overwatch this round. Solas and Tribute could be in trouble. Should have smoked them instead of Overwatch. But this guy is now dead. I mean, it's academic. Let's might one-shot him. Probably not, because there's no shred, no chem. But 9. Do you know what we do to Mechtoids like you? We don't punch them in the face, because we're 1 square off. We can try, but we can't punch diagonally. All that remains is to shoot him in the face.
Blanco neutralizado.
Neutralizado. Is there any good cover around here at all? In fact, Solar is what you could do for me. Is that battle scanner gone? Yeah, battle scanner's gone. Because I mean, Solar, you're not actually going to do much else. You've got 1 battle scanner left. Even with battle scanners, I tried to blunder around and it still worked out fine.
Scanners up and running.
There they are, and there is indeed one on Overwatch. And you know what? You know what? Let's just end this mission. I don't think it'll kill this one over here. We might get a capture attempt on him. Well, little buddy, it's not gone very well for you. In fact, let's go for a capture on it. It now can't do anything so long as we get this chem actually on it. Because again, it's come up before. I'm not sure that's been chemmed. He's going to have to move though to do anything. So he will be chemmed at some point. Tribute, don't Overwatch, you'll kill it.
Affirmative. Covering now.
Back online.
Hey! In a better position for capture as well. So Ardus up there.
Got it, moving.
I mean, all we get from this is a plasma pistol and maybe 2 scientists. But that's better than not having a plasma pistol and maybe 2 scientists, so I'll take it. And if he resists, we'll punch him in the face.
On Overwatch.
Locked and loaded. I feel, Commander.
You know what? End turn. It doesn't even matter. If he finishes the acid and he runs away, he's dead. We can sit here for 4 turns doing whatever we want, mate.
Hope this works.
I'd prefer it to work as well.
Disabled.
Solage, your girlfriend is terrible. Rev, actually, you know, Rev, how about you actually stand in cover though? You know, let's just keep going. I think the acid might have worn off. Oh no, still there.
Aye, aye. Attempting capture.
For Christ's sake.
The stun didn't work.
Nope, don't care. Don't want the turn. You can take it. Wow, was that a mistake? Of course, it's technically not being flanked because the listener's giving him cover. Which means we're just going to stay here.
Hope this works.
Wow.
It's not stunned. Watch
We're
it.
really giving it a good old go, though. Go on. Bless. Bless his little art. Sir, I really must insist. This is your 4th and final warning. You are coming home with us.
99.
It's a bit
Not so
disappointing,
tough
really.
Now, are you?
Operational objectives
Not so
complete.
tough now. So, Operation Curse and Sleep, it was, I don't know if it was a trap or if that's just what we're to expect from landed craft nowadays. It could have gone really wrong. We had battle scanners, we knew what was happening to us, apart from when we activated all those floaters and berserkers. But we had it well in hand. Scott Yardis finally up to Master Sergeant. Rat Manage up to Tech Sergeant. Now this is a crit infantry, so they build a little differently. I still think Lock and Load... We've got Will to Survive. Will to Survive is right out. I hate Will to Survive. Because it's 1 to 2 points of bonus damage reduction if in cover and not flanked. But typically, things go really wrong when you're flanked. This also doesn't apply when you're flying, so infantry is a bit better on, like, especially compared to like snipers, people who would be flying in the end. So it's really just between Lock and Load and Sharpshooter, and Sharpshooter is 10% crit chance in all situations. Which, if you're building for crit, is obviously what you want to do. Lock and Load, though, is amazing. It's more ammo, and... yeah, I'm going to go Lock and Load, because what you get at Master Sergeant, as a crit infantry, is probably a rapid fire. So you're still taking 3 shots per turn. You can reload, rapid fire, you still get those 2 shots per turn, like Overwatch infantry, so Lock and Load it is. Master Sergeant Ardus, like all our build of engineers, gonna get Bombard. I suppose you could go kind of Suppression and Mayhem. Like Suppression, Mayhem. You'd maybe go Heat Warheads here as well and have some really damaging grenades. There's a build of Engineer I'm quite interested in, like if you go full damage, like Heat Warheads. Not Ranger if it doesn't apply to grenades, but then you would take Fire Rocket down here and still get the Heat Rockets, and you'd pair that kind of with a Overwatch Gunner. So you still have the Heat Rockets despite not having a Heat Rocketeer, which I think is quite cool, but obviously I've built every single engineer with like pretty much right down this tier. Although actually you can get suppression with holo targeting as well, that could be quite interesting to do, but Bombard, anyway. Oh, and the listener up to Gunnery Sergeant, not bad at all, it's repair servos. Because Goliaths are tanks, bring them on, we're not built for crits, ready for anything, we're not built for Overwatch, we are built to last, we're built durable to survive, and repair servos just helps that out. Is that 91 aim for the listener? That's amazing. So an alien pistol, 54 alloys, that's pretty much what we let it land for, it's a good thing we got it. Loads of stuff still on the horizon that I need to figure out, so I'll go away and do just that. We've got quite a lot of stuff to get through, quite a lot of hoops to jump to, so we're going to cut straight to it. This is our current psionic training in the Psi Labs. I've put Cheeky in to become psychic with Science Spire because I remembered a small little detail that makes Cheeky essentially our best engineer for a long time to come, no matter what everyone else's stats are. So he's in, going to get Science Inspiration like the rest of the engineers. Tolk is the first. Tolk Helenar is the first in for Mind Merge. Now, Mind Merge will be given to most of our less attacking psychics. Essentially, if you're a psychic but you don't have high will, you'll get stuff like Psi Inspiration, like Mind Merge, that doesn't depend on your will, that is just helpful to the team. Whereas if you have higher will, you will get Mind Fray, you'll get Psi Panic, which is unlocked by Berserkers, which is the other tier 2 perk, and eventually the aim will be to make one of our more attacking psychics. Give them Mind Merge, give them Rift, and then they'll be the volunteer. So, interrogate Sectoid Commander up next. Boom. Bada bing, bada boom. Psionics, research credit earned, and it's like a tier 3 psi power that obviously we can't do yet, we're only just on tier 2. Alien operations up next, 4 days.
I appreciate your efforts to support the research team, Commander. I've already...
Nope. So when this Titan armor completes, we will put up our satellites for next month. We will get the Asia bonus. We will be truly rolling. 1 sectoid captive for 2 scientists. Oh, there we go. Sold it immediately for 2 scientists. Titan armor incoming. Can we afford to go for the next one? I think so. There we go. And in 16 hours in game time, we will be reporting to the council. We will be reporting to the council with 3 more nations protected at the very least.
Satellite launched.
Japan with literally no panic.
Satellite launched.
There we go. Future combat, 60%, well 40% off. Now we've got a spare satellite, and it is a bit of a debate about what to do about it. The obvious answer is UK. That would give us an extra scientist, it would give us an extra $60 to spend, just as we really need all the money. But what I think I'm going to do instead with the satellite is literally nothing. Because we are coming up to a base assault, right?
You'll have to check their status.
What you need for a
I want
base
our birds
assault
kept
is to
fully
launch a
filled at all
satellite
times.
above an occupied nation. Now if we launch a satellite over the UK, we will have to wait until we build another uplink or the other building, the actual good building that we'd actually build to get more satellites. Satellite Nexus, we have to build another satellite Nexus. And another satellite Nexus would give us probably give us Argentina, well it would give us Russia, UK and one of these, but we're not looking to build a satellite Nexus, we don't have the resources. What I'm going to do is launch a satellite over, say, Brazil,
We're currently
3
tracking
days
several
before we're ready to do a
unidentified
base
targets,
assault.
but nothing that requires
My
our
aim is to
attention
do a
just
base
yet.
assault this month. Before the end of this month. And now, because of our situation, first of all, America's a bit dodgy. But second of all, we now have 4 satellites to defend over Asia and only 2 to defend over Europe. So despite Europe being our hometown, we're going to transfer a Nugget Clawson at the very least across to here. And maybe another. But the thing is, because it's a home continent, the aliens keep aiming for it anyway. So, all prepared, all on board for the council report.
Incoming transmission.
We are extremely impressed with the progress of the XCOM project thus far,
You better be.
Commander. Your recent results were beyond our expectations, and that is not a statement this council makes lightly.
For as poorly as this month has gone, it's gone quite well.
We will
Now,
be in touch, Commander.
this set of Titan armor completes. We'll have 3. We build another. We'll have 4. That wipes out all the cash we got just then. So what we have is 4 Titan armor, 4 carapace, 3 mechs. Now, if we want to take a team of 12 on anything, like say a base assault, which we know is coming up, or another mission that might take 12 people, like the Exo base, I think you take 12 people on. We want another suit of armor because we don't want to be relying on phalanx armor. For that, I think we might as well try out Corsair armor. for a sniper we bring along, for the mobility, for the grapple, for the defense, and it is still a good health bonus. It's like about double the health bonus of Phalanx. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut the video. I'm going to see what we can sell from the grey market. We are going to sell out. We are going to go as deep as we possibly can. I'm going to think of all the scenarios that we could possibly... I'm going to sell all our old laser weapons apart from the rifles. Going to sell as many corpses as we can. I'm going to have a real deep look at everything. So we have that much more money to spend on the foundry and on our last piece of armor. I think it's a bit obvious now why I've done this off camera. We've raised 730... Well, we will raise $736 when I click complete transaction.
I can only imagine the brave new world
We are
will
selling off
face
most of
the
our
aliens
old
succeed
laser
in
weapons.
their
We are
efforts.
selling off none of the laser rifles. We can get deals for those, and the laser rifles will still come in handy. Not selling the laser sniper, because essentially, if we have a squad wipe and we don't have laser weapons, we will lose all our ghost weapons, well, quite a lot of our ghost weapons, and we won't have laser weapons to fall back on. So what we're doing now is a bit of a risk, but it's a risk I think is worth it, because we've never really gotten anywhere near a squad wipe. It could happen. I'm not saying it won't happen. It could happen. It's going to get more likely as the game goes on. But I think running for a month or two without a spare set of weapons,
Don't patch that through.
it's probably
No.
going to be
We're
worth
here to track
the
alien
risk,
activity, not
especially if
investigate
it
haunted houses.
gets us like all these foundry projects that we're looking for. We are selling a whole load of corpses. You can see right here. We're going down to 10 Thin Men corpses, 20 float corpses. Floater corpses are very useful. I've got a notepad file of everything that I'm looking at, all the foundry projects and what's needed. Floaters are needed, for example, just because I can see it right here. We need 12 floaters for armoured fighters. It's 1 floater per aim module for our interceptors, and there's 1 floater for shaped armour. So I'm keeping quite a lot of floaters. You need 10 floaters for... Well, you need 6 Thin Men. 6 Thin Men for an improved med kit. So actually, let's just get rid of more Thin Men. You need exactly 12 mutons for ammo conservation. We're not necessarily going to get all these. We're not necessarily going to buy all these foundry projects right now, so we could probably get away with selling even more. But there's no guarantee that we would get, for example,
I don't want to hear anything
6
else
Thin Men
about
and not
forming
blow
an
them up.
ace
Because,
patrol.
for example,
We don't have time for alien dogfights.
this is just really an excuse to roll through the things that Central Officer Archon says. For example, Berserker Corpses, we don't need them. Effectively, we don't need them. We can use Berserker Corpses to build stims. So in fact, let's sell the last one. Make it a nice round 200. Cyberdisc Rex, you need them for a lot of stuff. And they are rare enough, especially later game, that you can't really afford to sell any of them. Chrysalid Carcasses, it's still the old chitin plating. I mean, if it comes to that 764 is not enough money,
Takes a serious pair
there's
to go
not enough
face-to-face with one
buckage
of those things.
to buy what we want, then I will come back and sell some Chrysalid Carcasses. Drone Wrecks are very useful. I don't think I should have given away that many in that deal. Floater Captive we could sell, I'd rather get engineers for. I think that's what it is. So Elerium not touching, Alloys not touching, Weapon Fragments, I did sit here and click a mouse 145 times. That's why, well, it probably would have taken just as long for me to, I know that I've explained it for this long. So we are selling loads and loads of stuff. Let's click complete transaction before the game crashes. $800. And what we are doing is building those 2 more suits of Titan to take us up to round 4 suits. We're going to build a suit of Corsair armor. That's already quite a substantial chunk of our space credits already gone. But as you can see now, the foundry is open to us. There are a few things that we can't build yet, like mech close combat. Oh. Well, I'm an idiot, aren't I? Well, I wasn't really planning on mech close combat corpses, and we'll get 3 berserkers soon enough. Alright, first of all, security training for armor. Why not? Let's get that in just now. So, I was gonna look and like go away and look at what I wanted to buy and prioritize it, but I'll just do it live. It'll be fine. Cyber warfare systems. That's the thing we should have gotten ages ago. It's gonna take only 7 days to complete. Let's check. Its research credit applies. Reducing time by 25. Research time by 25%. In a week we'll have that. Super Sky Ranger we definitely want before we do a base assault. But not necessarily right now. The most useful thing we can get for our interceptors is going to be advanced repair. but we need to wait until we found an even more advanced enemy and killed it first. Advanced servo motors is brilliant, might go for that. But what am I doing? UFO countermeasures, that's what I want. I'm going to spend a buttload of money on this. Or am I? Instead I might go for alien metallurgy, although that's a lot cheaper now as well. 60 mil still, a lot cheaper, and the earlier you get it, the more alloys you'll get, and we're down on alloys at the moment. Let's go. That's really ripped into our meld, really ripped into our credits. But I think I still will go for UFO countermeasures next. Makes our interceptors a lot more difficult to hit, and we are mostly there. We're mostly done now. All that for just a few projects. Well, improved arc thrower is really staring me at the face, just right there now. Yeah, improved arc thrower. Let's roll. Anything for 35 quid. Shift suppression. There we go. Left now. Improved chances of a critical hit. Actually, aircraft boosters while we're here. Yeah, let's get it, because we will get it at some point eventually. We do it now, we won't forget.
Is already warmed up.
Down straight is warmed up. Look at all that lovely foundry stuff coming through. At the end of this month we'll have armor. Oh, we might have really decimated our next research options as well. So let's see. Alien operations complete.
It's involved in creating these crystals. An organic machine capable of complex communications. We could spend years studying this technology.
So this is what we got from capturing an outsider. It's the outsider shard, and it's essentially, well, it'll explain up here. I mean, you can pause this and read it through if you like. It'll give you the lore, but essentially outsiders can communicate directly with the alien overlords, and from an outsider shard we can build a skeleton key which will let us into any alien base. So we are down to what do we even want to research next? I guess pulse lasers? Or do we want to go straight for plasma? The thing is with plasma, for every single plasma weapon you want to build, you need a captured weapon. Yup. Let's go for it. We're not going to be building pulse lasers anyway, let's just go straight for plasma. And hope we might, 14 days. It's very unlikely, but we might roll out a plasma carbine before a base assault, which could be useful. Ship transfer to Asia about to complete. More Titan armor. Alloys back, brilliant. That's always useful. Aircraft boosters as well.
Contact detected.
Hello, Raider. We need to start trading up someone else apart from Boomer Douglas. So Viking Ericsson it is. He's probably going to get decimated, and Boomer Douglas will get the kill anyway. I should have thought this through. This is what the this is what the aircraft boosters are all are, by the way. There you did. Oh, you did a really good job. To the point where I might send someone else to finish it off. So nah, I'm just going to go Boomer Douglas. Should probably go defensive here to make sure Boomer Douglas doesn't get hit. That was a mistake. But hopefully Boomer Douglas just first hit, bang.
Nearing strike range.
Took a while for that first hit. It's delayed so much that you did take damage. So cash bounty, that is exactly what we want at the moment.
I've got
More
a hunch
cash.
as to how we might get into that facility. Just give the word, and I'll begin manufacturing
7 days
the key
away
immediately.
from, like say 8 days before the end of the month. Skeleton key. Or maybe what? I think we want to do it at the start of the month, to be honest. So like maybe like 6 days until the end of a month. Bang. Build a skeleton key, and that will let us into any alien base. But back to the foundry. Nose to the flagstone, let's keep rolling. Advanced servo motors is very good. It gives all our mechs sprinter by default, and it gives us an item to build to help improve mobility on our foot soldiers. Penetrator weapons though, it's right there staring me in the face, so a Super Sky Ranger. Super Sky Ranger is only going to take a week, I think. Yep, only a week. It doesn't take that many alloys, we just need to raise the cash for it, and we can do that by selling crystalline corpses, if it's absolutely necessary. You've got it's alien nucleonics is the Illyrium one, gives them more Illyrium, but that will really kill our meld. I want a substantial supply of meld still. It's looking like advanced servo motors. Although armored fighters is right there. Let's see if we can get
There must be
35.
some way to get into that base. I wonder what Dr. Shen has in mind.
$35. Well, we have a reasonable amount of alien. Oh, yeah. Now that we've started it and we've paid the free carbines to start researching plasma weapons, we have an alright stack of weapons there. 2 weapon fragments. There we go. Armoured fighters. This should technically reduce repair times as well because the planes won't get damaged as much. 57 alloys. Alloys completely gone, but we've got out the most important thing, and that is our armour.
Contact detected.
Right, here they come. They're coming for Asia. Ruffles, Bond, go. Nugget, Clawson, finish it off. We might not even get. Might not even get one intercepted.
Engaging bogey.
Right, thank God we actually caught it. We might not catch it a second time. That's the problem with defending Asia. That's why we haven't put a satellite over Russia yet. You did a good job. You've at least frightened it off. I would prefer to get a UFO mission, though. It's been quite a while without a mission. I'd like to get a kill on Nugget Clawson, but it's far away. We can just get it over Mongolia. It'll be fine. They'll land. They'll become the new Khans. Boom. Shamalam. Ma. Ding. Dong. Look how far I had to fly back there. So there we are, a crashed raider in India. We're in the forest with heavy vegetation. Our whole squad is going to be at least close to coming back. That's how long we've been without a mission. No fatigue. We could wait for Cheeky to come out. We could wait for Cheeky and Tolk to come out of side training. And in fact, you know, let's do that. Let's do that. Just to put someone else in. Scan on, we have to come to here, of course. I know what I'm doing. Oh dear. This might be a thing. This could really be a thing. Could be a thing. Certainly a thing. I don't know about you, but right, we're not putting in any of our big guys. Right, for the sake of getting one mind merge on one person, let's take Tolk out, because this could be bad. This could be bad. That's all I can say on the subject. It could be horrific. To the point, Solars would not go on this mission. Solars can get mind merge. And I want Mistra in, but Mistra doesn't have enough psychic ability yet. Anyway, back to this thing that could be bad. It could really be bad. It's quite serene. It's coming straight for our base. I'm not sure I have the disk space for this. This is... Is it going past our base? It'd be nice.
Commander, we just lost a satellite. Until we can re-establish satellite coverage, the nation it was monitoring has suspended their monthly
That's
contribution
nowhere near as
funds.
bad as it could be. Right, ignore all this. Let's get a mission going. We'll launch a satellite back over Germany when we finish this mission. This is no team of 8, this is a team of 1 so far. Unfortunately, I realised that Tribute has now led enough missions to be promoted to Captain. So Captain Tribute is indeed here. I have to record these, you see, in case Tribute dies. We can look back at this and have it be a good memento. I didn't do this for Yosef because I couldn't be bothered looking through like all 70 videos. But if Tribute dies, we've got some good memorial footage there and ready. So let's get away from there. 8 people coming right up. As I looked around the M-Kom barracks earlier today, as I read out the team sheet, the team of 8 that will go on this mission, I saw a lot of disappointed faces that there were people not being used, that weren't coming along, and I sympathise. But not only are we continuing to train up our gunnery sergeants, who we desperately need at Master Sergeant, I'd quite like the psychic medics up there as well. But there's even more of a threat now. I'm sending absolutely none of our A-team out. None of our 12 best. Apart from the listener, I'd consider the listener part of our 12 best because that 12 best has to have 3 mechs in it. but Azagul's injured, so the listener's coming along on this to give everyone else armor. I'm sending none of our 12 best out because that was a battleship that just knocked out our satellite above our home base. It was a very large craft that was unidentified. It was a battleship. And our base is defenseless. We do not know what's coming up. If our base, God forbid, the aliens happen to be able to find it and attack it, we need our absolute best guys there to defend it. That's not to say these guys aren't the absolute best. These guys are all very good in their own right. Especially like in this trio here. This is proof that I learned from mistakes. We've got Denny here purely for captures. We've got Ryuzaki with the smoke. We've got Anarch with the chem. All on 3 different guys. That's why engineers and medics are great. We could even put, say, smoke on Mistra. And anyway, I said armor earlier. I can't remember in what context. I was going to link then, but then I forgot what I was going to say. Speaking of armor, we've got some new armor that we're going to use. We've got Titan armor.
With the added structural support this suit provides, I expect the troops will take full advantage of the added firepower they can carry around. They'll also be much less susceptible to environmental hazards like fire while wearing it.
I'm pretty sure we're also immune to strangulation now. Yeah, that's immune to strangulation. So plus 10 HP, plus 4 DR, sacrificing some movement for it, but Anarch has Sprinter and still gets 15 mobility, which is probably more than everyone apart from Mistra. Like for example, if Ryuzaki put it on, only 1 less. If we get rid of the chitin plating. I really want to give Ryuzaki battle scanners, but Denny's taking them anyway. So we're going to have battle scanners regardless. So that's these 2 guys. My one concern is giving it to Tribute. Tribute already has that heavy Gauss rifle. But that looks a very bright blue. A very bright blue? A very bright blue indeed. So that means Mistra, like I said, up to Carapace. Only sacrificing 1 movement for a hell of a lot more security. That means, you know what? Lurch up to Carapace, because Lurch doesn't need to move around that much. Extra security in case a floater comes down. Lovely bullets there. All those bullets going into all those mechtoids. I'm gonna love it. Don't need to bring a medkit either, to be honest, because we've got 2 medics on the mission. Laser sight, and anything better than a laser sight? Nah, let's go. So there we go. It's a team with a reasonable amount of thought put into it. Hopefully you guys aren't too disappointed by not being included. Hopefully Denny, Darflurts, Tribute are excited that being included. You guys aren't actually that bad, to be honest. It's just you don't really fit in plans. You don't really fit in the plans for a best 12, for a best of 12. It's just there are people that do your specific roles slightly better. So let's launch. For what it's worth, there are quite a few people up there that wouldn't be in the top 12. Like Kamichi certainly isn't in the top 12 because Shame does better at everything Kamichi does in every way. Nero's not in the top 12, despite being our first Master Sergeant Assault.
Prepare for deployment, Strike 1.
So let us begin. Legend of Skies might be in there.
The area of engagement for this mission will be in India.
Operation Hidden
It looks
Stallion.
like the aliens went down in a sparsely populated area. If there are civilians in the area, I hope they stay clear.
So we splashed a UFO and now we're burning down a forest in the Himalayas. It's all fine. Operation Hidden Stallion coming to you tomorrow. I hope to join you then.